Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing through our journey into the world of Volume 4. Already, ladies and gentlemen, because of how well Wheels of Confusion went, it's still possibly the single greatest song I think I've ever heard in my life, and considering the scope of how much I've listened to over the years, that's saying quite a lot. Now we're going to move swiftly on to Tomorrow's Dreams, which is quite a lot shorter than Wheels of Confusion, but that doesn't mean it can't be just as good. So let's be optimistic about this. This album, I'm feeling optimistic this evening. So, let's get started, shall we? So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Tomorrow's Dreams in 3, 2, 1, and... Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tomorrow's Dreams by Black Sabbath. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, it was definitely quite a lot shorter, but it was so effective. It's the story of escapism, which is, when you think about it, probably one of the best. Black Sabbath are almost masters of escapism. They bring you into their world and into the world probably of Ozzy Osbourne himself, because I heard Ozzy didn't exactly have the most comfortable life growing up, and maybe it was definitely on the part of Butler to sort of mold the idea that maybe all of them, Ward, Iommi, all of them sort of like came from, bad backgrounds, and they just decided to elevate themselves and, make a song about the fact that it's about moving on from a bad situation into one where you can escape to. And tomorrow's dreams are simply the things that are going to happen the next day. But when the next day comes, it's a new day. It's not tomorrow anymore. The idea, ladies and gentlemen, is that perhaps tomorrow's dreams are always just a little bit out of reach. And the best thing you could hope for is something not so much like a downgrade, but something a bit more realistic. I mean, what was the line where I know, God damn it, and then tomorrow's dreams became reality to me, only to him, meaning that he could be living his fantasy life perfectly fine, whilst in the real world he may fail to realize that he is still in the same position as before, except he's trying. It's basically therapy. He is consuming himself with self-pitying talk, which is, I think, very, very interesting because, well, maybe is this a way to block out the pain perhaps sometimes, that all you can think to do is just imagine or create realities of your own in which you have complete control, when the real reality, ladies and gentlemen, is that the only reality or dimension you have full control over is in your mind. And I've heard Osbourne sing stuff like, Hole in the Sky and Megalomania. I've heard him do stuff where he describes that he feels as if like he needs to create a world in which he has complete control, but all of a sudden his fantasies take control of him, and so he longs to get back into the real world. Yes, I'm leaving the sorrow and heartaches before it takes me away from my mind. He is desperate to get away from his situation because it feels as if like his happiness is simply not going to survive. That's more dreadful than it sounds, but what I think's the very, very stoical and very, very important of what Black Sabbath have done is that they stuck together. Even though towards the end of the 70s things get, a bit difficult on that, especially because did Ozzy leave and then that's how Ronnie James Dio came into Black Sabbath? I'll have to just look into that if we're going to talk about Heaven and Hell in full, because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie James Dio's time in Black Sabbath is, I think, one of the best things that's perhaps ever happened. Certainly better than when Blaze Bayley joined Iron Maiden. Are you kidding me? Then those guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must say, to conclude this video, and perhaps the only way I can possibly imagine is that, well, just like in Megalomania, how did my fantasies take complete control? Because of, well, perhaps of numerous things, ladies and gentlemen, extraneous circumstances of the world we're living in, fantastical realities we have created and we want to stay in because it's only there that we have control. Maybe that's where my eating disorder came from, ladies and gentlemen, because the only thing I had complete control over was what was in front of me, because it couldn't fight back, it couldn't talk smack about me, it was there to be consumed and devoured. And I did that to perfection. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it, about what you do, ladies and gentlemen, because it makes me feel like one thing perhaps me and Ozzy have had in common, and Ozzy still exemplifies this to this day. He and I, and maybe he's like the rest of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, Ozzy and maybe possibly Butler I'd throw in there as well, but we are all definitely young at heart. Maybe just a little bit too young for this world. Anyway. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to Tomorrow's Dreams by Black Sabbath. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Tomorrow's Dreams for yourselves. And I will hope to see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.